Now let's see this question. This is given in GATE. A hard disk has 63 sectors per track, 10 platters, each with 2 recording surfaces and 1000 cylinders. The address of a sector is given as C, H, S, where C is the cylinder number, H is the surface number and S is the sector number. Then 0th sector is addressed as 000 and first sector is addressed as 001 and so on. The address 400, 16, 29 corresponds to sector number and the options are given, and the address 2039 sector is, and the options are given. Now how to understand this one is, they are saying that there is a disk, okay, and the disk is, they are calling this disk as a platter. So platter means a disk. Now in a disk they are having 2 recording surfaces, which means they are recording on the front side as well as on the back side, and they are saying that there are 63 sectors per track. So which means if you assume that this is the track, okay, there are 63 sectors on that. But then what they didn't give you is how many tracks there are on one surface. They didn't mention it. So you can assume that there is only one track per surface, then only we can solve the question. So the reason is they didn't give it, okay. Now if you assume that there is only one track per surface and there are 2 surfaces, then they are going to organize all these platters like this. So one by one, one below the one below the one, they are arranging 10 such platters and they are making it a cylinder, right? So this is called a cylinder. So this is a disk or a platter, and now 10 such disks are kept one upon the other and they are making a cylinder, and then there are 1000 such cylinders. So if you see this, there are 1000 such cylinders, okay. So 0, 1, 2, 3, so on, 1000 such cylinders, okay. And now in order to identify a sector, they are using 3 numbers. One is cylinder number, and the second one is what is the surface it is on, and the third one is what is the sector it is on. But then if you see the way they are using these numbers, they are not starting from 1. If they are starting from 1, then you could say that, if a sector is present on 10th one, then exactly you can count from 1, 2, 3, then it is going to be on 10th one. But they are starting from 0. Whenever you start counting some items starting from 0, then the number is going to give you how many items you are supposed to cross in order to reach that item. So what I mean to say is, let us say you have 5 items like this. Now if I start numbering it from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Now this item has got a number 3. It means that in order to reach this item, you are supposed to cross 3 items. That is the meaning of it. In case if you are starting it from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then this item has got 3. It means that it is the third item in the list, right? So when you start counting from 0, how to understand it? How to understand this one is the number of items that you need to cross in order to reach this one, right? Therefore, when you are saying CHS and all of them are starting from 0, then you can understand this as if in order to reach this particular sector, right, the sector address is given as CHS and all of them are starting from 0. Now how to understand it? In order to reach this sector, you are supposed to cross C cylinders and then H surfaces and then S sectors, which means after crossing, let's say, C cylinders, you are going to reach the cylinder in which there is this sector which you are talking about, and even after reaching that cylinder, you are supposed to cross H surfaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4 like that, H surfaces in order to reach the exact surface you are talking about, and even after reaching this surface, you are supposed to cross S sectors in order to reach this sector that you are talking about. Therefore C, H, S can be interpreted that way, right? Now in order to solve this question, you should understand, if I am crossing C cylinders, how many sectors I will be crossing, and then after crossing C cylinders, if I am crossing H surfaces, how many sectors I am crossing, and then totally these many sectors I cross. Therefore the sector which we are talking about can be obtained by crossing C cylinders. So what is C in this case? Now let's see this one. What does this address mean? You have to cross 400 cylinders and then 16 surfaces and then 29 sectors in order to reach our sector. Then our sector is going to be that number. Got it? Okay. So if I have to cross 400 cylinders, how many sectors will be there in 400 cylinders? So there are 10 platers, each one is having 2 surfaces and each surface is having 63 sectors, isn't it? That is how we are taking. Even though 63 sectors are there for a track, here we are assuming that there is only one track, therefore this is the total number of sectors you will be crossing in case if you are going to cross 400 cylinders. And after crossing these many cylinders, the next one is you are crossing 16 surfaces, right? Therefore 16 into 63 sectors you cross. Why? Because for every surface there are 63 sectors, so these many surfaces you are crossing, which means these many sectors, and after crossing this you are crossing 29 sectors. So these many you are going to cross in order to reach our desired sector. So this is the number you are supposed to compute. Now what is that number? If you compute it, it is going to be option C. Option C is going to give you that number. In the second one also, how to solve it is, take each option and in place of 400 you place the first one, right? And in place of 16 you place the second one, the second number in this tuple, and in case of 29 you place 13. Now if you verify which one of these options is going to give you 2039, you are going to get again option C. Now how? 16 into 63 plus 31 is going to be option C. Got it? So what does it mean? You need not cross any sector. So the reason is, if you see 400 into 20 into 63, this is going to be very much higher than 2000. Therefore the first 2039, whatever this number is, that is going to be definitely in the first cylinder, which means you need not cross even one cylinder. That is why the first value is 0, right? In that first cylinder you are supposed to cross 16 surfaces and then 31 this in order to reach this one. Okay, fine.
Hi, if you are planning to do masters, then doing masters abroad is better than doing masters in India. I'll give you all the reasons. So first reason is, out of 1 lakh students who take GATE every year, there are only 500 seats in old IITs. So all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%, and IITs, universities better than IITs, they have very good acceptance rate like 30%, 40%, but all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%. And if you are working hard to get into IIT Bombay's ranking is 177 and IIT Roorkee's ranking is 400. If you are happy to get into IIT Roorkee, then getting into universities better than IIT Roorkee is easier compared to getting into IIT Roorkee. And looking at the salaries for computer science, for software jobs, if you have done your masters in computer science in US, the salaries are ranging from 80 lakhs per year to 1.2 crore per year. So even if you take an average of 1 crore per year, your savings will be much higher than the salaries in India. After taxes and your cost of living, you can easily save 40 to 50 lakhs per year. And in India, the maximum jobs that you get is around 30 lakhs. So your savings will be much greater than the salaries in India. And these are all the services that we provide. University shortlisting. So depending on your profile, we will shortlist what are the universities that you have to apply, and statement of purpose building, and then LOR guidance, and GRE and English test assistance, and education loan assistance. So you don't have to have any collateral, which means without any security, now you can get education loan. Getting education loan is very simple these days, and whatever the amount of fee that you have a range of universities. You can apply for 10 lakh universities, 20 lakh universities, or 50 lakh universities. But whatever it is, you are going to get complete education loan, and you can pay off your education loan in 1 year after you get a job. And then we do visa assistance, mock visa interviews, and then connecting with the university alumni. So now you might ask why we should join Game of Visas. So the answer is, we have 90% success rate, 99% success rate. And these are all the destinations that we guide the students to. So we guide students to any country that you want to go. So now it is not just USA. We guide to UK, Germany, Australia, Canada. So we guide students to all the countries. We work with all the destinations. And if you are interested in going abroad, you have to just drop us a message on this WhatsApp number 9494 555 454. Okay, thank you.